Hi, buddy. It's Auntie again. I have a book called The Sandman. This is about a character, the Sandman. He actually helps us go to sleep when we can't fall asleep at night. Yeah, there's a song too about the Sandman. I might have to send that song to you. Yeah, The Sandman by Ryan Portville. Looks like he's the illustrator and the author because it's only his name, Ryan. Here's the front cover, the spine, and the back cover. Let's see what the back cover has to say. The Sandman travels with his donkey, Suzanne, visiting beings all over the world to bring them sleep. Does the Sandman ever sleep himself? Why is the Sandman called Sandman? How does the Sandman live? Sandman, come and bring us sleep. We'll say goodnight and dream so deep. Let's start reading. The Sandman. There's a title page. Yeah, see that? Title page. It has the title on it. Here's a hardcover. That's the cover of the book. There's a title page. The Sandman. The Sandman lives high up in the mountains. His castle is hidden in fog and snow. It is perched on a steep cliff. Not many people know where the Sandman lives. The castle has huge gates. Look! Wait, oh, I've been moving it the wrong way. Look, they're just being opened. If you look very carefully, you will see that there is somebody at the door. It's the Sandman, right down there. Can you see him? He's right there. So tiny, huh? The Sandman helps you to go to sleep. Every evening, he puts magic sand in your eyes. Maybe you felt some of his sand when you rub your eyes in the morning. The Sandman is very old. Suzanne, the Sandman, Roberta, and Ollie Owl. The Sandman has three friends and helpers. Suzanne is a special donkey. She helps the Sandman to get around the world. She not only walks, trots, and gallops, but she also flies. And she moves very fast. Roberta is a fairy. She's a little bit shy. She takes care of the house and she cooks. Ollie Owl is a wise old bird. Ollie can predict the weather at any place on earth and always knows what time it is all the towns and villages in the world. Roberta loves doing the wash. She uses an old-fashioned wooden board to rub and scrub the laundry. Quietly, she hums a little song to herself. Roberta also enjoys keeping the house clean. Most of all, she loves to make pancakes. She puts 10 in a stack and keeps them warm in the oven, then makes some more. Roberta is a fairy. She doesn't use her wings very often because she likes to walk, but when she goes shopping, she flies. Do you like pancakes, Angel? Auntie likes pancakes. On nice warm days, the friends enjoy breakfast outside. Ollie Al is still sleeping. Suzanne has brought out all the things they love to eat, a basket full of carrots and lettuce for Suzanne, and a big stack of pancakes for Roberta and the Sandman. Every day, the Sandman reads aloud a story to Suzanne. The fire crackles and a candle gives light. She rests her chin on his shoulder over the back of the chair and listens attentively. If it is a sad story, a tear rolls down her eyes. On a wall in the castle, the Sandman has put up a big map of the world. Every evening before he leaves, he looks closely for a few minutes. He gets advice on the weather from Ali, and then he decides which route he will take that night. You see Suzanne listening to her story? Do you see Suzanne listening to her story? She likes the Sandman to read to her. Do you like when people read to you, Angel? Yeah, I enjoy it. I like it. Can't wait till you learn to read and you can send Auntie videos of you reading. The Sandman leaves at 7 o'clock on the dot every evening. His old grandfather clock is a very special one. It turns for only 24 hours, so he has to wind it up every day. Ollie and Suzanne look on. To start his tasks, the Sandman goes to the place where the sleeping sand is dug up and then stored deep below the castle. Now I want you to look at the page with the clock. Do you see it? Papa has a clock like that. When you go to Papa's house, see if you can find a clock like that. Papa has a grandfather clock like the Sandman. The sleeping sand comes directly from a river underneath the castle. Aardvarks help to dig up the sand. They have big front legs, like shovels, and they enjoy digging very much. The Sandman carefully checks the sand by the light of a candle. He then puts magic into the sand so that people will fall asleep. The sand is prepared with great care. After drying the sand, the Sandman cleans it. The Sandman shovels the sand into big sacks. Ollie helps to hold them open. Right before he leaves, the Sandman fills up his bag with sleeping sand. Each funnel holds a different grade of sand for children, grown-ups, birds, and every other creature. Then the sacks of sand are labeled with capital letters and stored. Ready to go! Soon the Sandman and Suzanne will be on their way. The Sandman checks once more to see that everything is all right. Ollie Owl wishes them a good trip, and a moment later, The Sandman and Suzanne fly off. Sometimes the Sandman meets Mother Goose, and then they fly together for a while, just for company. When Mother Goose tells him a good story, the Sandman tells it the next day again to Suzanne. Oops, sorry, Angel. When he visits the United States, the Sandman doesn't forget the seagulls flying around the Statue of Liberty. Sometime later, he is in Moscow to help people and animals in Russia to sleep, except for those who work at night, of course. Babies rarely need the Sandman's help to sleep, but he likes to visit them. He enjoys the sight of their pink ears and the glow of their rosy faces. The wild animals have their turn too. Look at that precious little baby. You see that precious little baby? Sometimes it is difficult to find an animal's eyes, but the Sandman and Suzanne know what to do, even with this old English sheepdog whose fur covers his eyes. At 7 o'clock in the morning, the Sandman and Suzanne return home. They are welcomed by Ollie Owl and Roberta, who likes to hide. Ollie sings softly, "Home again, back inside, after traveling far and wide." This is the sheepdog, Angel. Can you see his eyes? Can you see the sheepdog's eyes? That was probably hard for the Sandman to find his eyes, huh? It's probably a little bit difficult. Before he goes to sleep, the Sandman gives Suzanne a thorough washing. He brushes her whole body neatly and makes her mane stick up. Do you know what a mane is, Angel? Do you know what a mane is? A mane is the hair on the back of the donkey's neck. That's called their mane. A lion has a mane. Yeah. Suzanne and the Sandman have spent a long, good day together. They eat dinner and then they go to bed. Good night. The next day begins again with a story. This time, the Sandman reads to Suzanne how the rhinoceros got its wrinkles, a particular favorite of hers. As each day comes to a close, remember that that Suzanne and the Sandman will soon visit you. Sleep well. Good night. Thank you. The end. Okay, Angel. It's time for good night. All right, buddy. Auntie loves you. Sandman's gonna visit and help me. I think I'm already falling asleep. Auntie's sleepy. I don't think I need the Sandman to visit me. I'm already sleepy enough. Good night, bud. I love you. We'll see you soon, okay? Maybe you can let me know what books you want me to read, and Auntie can read them to you, okay? All right. Bye, buddy. Love ya.